Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara and today we are going to discuss about one of the most important service of AWS. We already understood lots of things related to Lambda, right? But what if I have multiple Lambda functions and I want to orchestrate them, means I want to set up sequence of Lambda function. I want that Lambda function 1 should run first. If it is successful, I want to run Lambda function 2. If it is successful, I want to run Lambda function 3. You can do this easily using another AWS service known as step functions. What is this step functions? How we can orchestrate Lambda function using these step functions? We are going to discuss about all of this in this video. So let's start. First of all, this time I am going to provide you different introduction. We are going to take one real world scenario in order to understand step functions. Let's say that I have one e-commerce company. In this e-commerce company, I have 3 Lambda functions. Lambda function 1 is actually going to verify payment status. If customer payment is successful, I want to run Lambda status 2, which is going to verify inventory for this particular order. If the inventory is available, I want to send confirmation email to the customer. This is going to happen with the Lambda function 3. So here I have Lambda functions and these are like 3 functions. Now, if you look at this carefully, we want to run all of them into the sequence. If Lambda function 1 is successful, means if the payment is successful, I want to verify inventory, which is going to happen with Lambda 2. If inventory is there, if order is available, we are going to send confirmation mail by running Lambda function 3. Here, we have 2 possibilities as well. If the payment is unsuccessful, then I want to run another Lambda function, for example, Lambda function X, which is going to send another email to the customer that your payment is unsuccessful and you can retry your payment using given link below. So we have multiple functions, but all of them must be depend on one another. This can be happen in real world scenario. So we are actually facing some challenges as well. So we have some question here. For example, how do you connect these 3 Lambda function in proper flow? How to make sure Lambda 2 runs only after Lambda 1 and so on. If the payment is successful, you are going to verify inventory, right? So if Lambda 1 is successful, then I want to run Lambda 2. This is the most important sequence. Now, if Lambda 1 is not successful, then I want to close this flow or I want to run another function like function X, which is going to send unsuccessful email to the customer or not. So you can define this kind of flow, or you have requirement to define this kind of flow. How you can do this? Yes, the answer is step functions. A step function is a serverless service that help you to connect and manage multiple tasks in proper flow. Here, task means we have 3 Lambda functions, so we can set up them into the proper flow. It lets you to build a state machine, step-by-step diagram where each step performs specific action like checking payment, updating order and sending emails. You can control the order step, make decision based on result and handle the failure or retry automatically. All without writing complex code. See, if I am telling you that I have 3 Lambda functions and doing all this kind of process, software engineers may say that, I can write everything into the one particular function. Definitely you can do this, but if you are doing this, if you are writing all the codes into the single function, you are not following microservices based architecture 1. The code will be very complex because you have to add lots of nested if conditions here. So good idea is go with the multiple Lambda function and orchestrate them using AWS function. Even if something fails, it can take an alternate route or retry as per logic based on how you define the state mechanism. For example, if Lambda function 1 means payment is unsuccessful, then you can define another flow for your entire system. Now, If I'm going to the step function, right now I am in the step function screen. Let me go from the 0 here. When you start your step function, you are going to get this kind of screen. I don't have any step function. So if I'm going to click on get started, the first thing first is I have to create state machine. I have 3 options right now. I am going to say that create your own, giving name, and let's click on continue. See, from here you can define multiple steps for your step function. You can add all these services like invoke Lambda function or SNS. So it is not only supporting Lambda, it supports multiple AWS service, and you can define flow of the multiple services using step function. So the first step is to create state machine. Now what is this state machine? A state machine is a type of workflow where you define step and how they should run one after. You can define sequence. For example, Lambda function 1, 2, 3. You can also add wait interval in between the steps as well. It controls the flow logic, like what happens first, what happens next, and what to do if something fails. You can create state machines into 2 ways. One, using JSON or YAML, or you can use graphical user interface as well. Right now, I am creating one state machine, and if you look at this, here I am getting this graphical user interface. If I want to invoke any Lambda function, I can easily scroll here and run them. But if I'm not compatible with a graphical user interface, you can also write the code into JSON or YAML. So we have both of these facilities available. Here I'm giving you one example workflow. Let's say that I want to start my workflow. So here we have start. Then you can add multiple Lambda functions. For example, I want to add one Lambda function to check payment. If this is successful, I want to add one another which is going for the prepare order. If order is available, then I want to send email, and at the end the whole flow will be end. So here we can add this very easily because we have a direct drag and drop facilities available. I know that you guys are looking for lab, you want to perform this lab, so you will get complete understanding about this. I'm giving you promise that we are going to create one state machine and you will get complete understanding about this practically. But before this, I want you to understand properly that why we are using step function. First of all,
sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification Exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. To create our success story, here we have a 3 path. You can choose any of them. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Attara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Attara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying $499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. Path number 3, which is the last one, you can join our YouTube Elite membership. The choice is yours how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.